Ooh.
You know,
Got
when it
to
comes
go
to
back to my
NFL,
dog, my big dog, the biggest dog, deep in that field. The greatest videos of all time. Let me like this before I even go. Let's go. I'm ready.
uniforms,
Oh my
design,
goodness.
aesthetics, the whole nine, people tend to gloss over the one, if not the most important piece.
That helmet.
The visual presentation of the league goes deeper than what we see.
I will hot take. The helmet means more to the whole uniform than anything else. It's helmet and then it's the pants. The jersey is the last thing that matters. I promise you. If your helmet is ass and your pants is ass, that jersey is so terrible to even look at. I don't even want to see you play football. That's my hot take.
What we admire. The one thing that rarely gets talked about are the people behind the machine. The pioneers, innovators, cultivators, those who took the leap so others could fly.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, if it weren't for a select few, who knows what the NFL would look like today?
Whole lot of
And
baggy
with all the
t-shirts.
appreciation given to new threads and team identities, I think it's time we highlight the hidden figures who paved the way. Started with Fred Gehrke, who off the top of my mind is one of the most important people when it comes to NFL aesthetics. An art major from the College of
Shout out
Utah,
my nigga
Fred Gehrke started his career as a versatile halfback with the Rams. The Cleveland Rams, that is.
Ew.
Playing with them for a short stint before joining the Pacific Coast
Cleveland,
Football
y'all
League,
stay
and
moving y'all
ultimately
teams,
rejoining
man.
the NFL and
Y'all can't
Cleveland
keep a
Rams to
team.
help lead them to a NFL championship in 1945. But that wasn't the only thing he would help them with. After the Rams relocated to Los Angeles, Fred Gehrke took on a different role. It was the spring of 1948 when he was struck by the idea to paint his brown leather helmet blue with gold ram horns.
That's
And this
hard.
was a peculiar move, as in those days, helmets may have had a stripe or two.
Nah, that's hard. He was really on some whole different wave. He was on a different wave with it. Oh, and this jacket tough as hell too. That nigga looked scary on the number 7. He looked like he seen some ghosts, boy. That nigga look like he really take your head off and tell you get the fuck out. Yo, and it's no actual face guard either. So you get hit in the face, it's donezo. Your teeth gone.
He was struck by the idea to paint his brown leather helmet blue with gold ram horns. And this was a peculiar move, as in those days, helmets may have had a stripe or two, but no one thought to put a logo on one. Before long, team owner Dan Reeves caught wind of it, seen him, and said, hold up, I like this. So much
That's
so
hard,
he
yeah.
offered $1 whole plus expenses to paint the
$1
rest of the team's helmets.
to change the game.
Totaling a whopping number of
Boy, that's the
75
greatest dollar
helmets
ever
over
spent.
the summer. I can only imagine how he felt once he was 9 to 10 helmets in. Good Lord. But
Yeah,
I
nigga
give it to
hands
him.
on
He
fire.
got him done. And that year when the Rams finally took the field, the entire crowd inside the Los Angeles Coliseum gave a standing ovation.
They are excited.
And just
That shit
like
was
that,
probably fire, too.
Fred Gehrke and the Rams were trendsetters. Before long, nearly every NFL team had a logo on their helmet. And not
Yeah,
long
you ain't
after
got to
that, the
outshine
helmets
us.
themselves became icons that the league used to represent each team. When you talk about longevity, you have to admire the fact that Gehrke's design has pretty much remained unchanged through the years. Relocations,
He really
rebrands,
the
the
wave
whole
for real.
nine. I don't care if the horn is split nowadays and people liken it to a banana peel. The
Nah,
DNA
that
of
he the
Fred
wave.
Gehrke's original design is still intact more than 60 years later. In the words of Barry White, that's staying power. Cool
Yeah.
thing about it all is that Fred was inducted into the Hall of Fame
You
in
got to.
1972.
You got
For his
to.
playing career, but as the first recipient of the Daniel F. Reed
That's hard.
Pioneer
You-
Award. That's
Nigga, you didn't do nothing in the league. Respect to my nigga Fred. I don't mean this in no disrespect, but you ain't do shit in the league. But you made some fire ass helmets, and nigga was like, yo, he ain't do shit on that field, but nigga, he still top 5. He still, nigga, he got me looking right though. You know, bro, that's you gotta take that as a W. That's a W in my book.
major in my book. And if you find that impressive, we have to talk about an American cartoonist who used his connections and visual instincts to carve out one of the NFL's cleanest and most enduring identities.
Which one?
Karl Hubenthal.
Karl.
Was a man who specialized in editorial sports cartoon and whose work stretched across newspapers, sports publications, and commercial illustration.
Oh my
He got his
goodness, he
start
wasn't
pretty
doing
young,
those
too.
racist cartoons,
Graduating
was he?
Hollywood High School
It didn't look
and
like
getting
it.
a
Yeah,
job
everybody,
in the
the black
art
guys with
department,
regular
which gave him a
lips and shit.
very early start in professional cartooning.
I appreciate
He was
that.
later handpicked by
fuck
William
with you,
Randolph
Fred.
Hearst to contribute editorial cartoons to Hearst newspapers.
No, Carl, my
all
bad.
that's impressive, and I
Still
must
thinking
know
about
he
my
won a
nigga Carl.
multitude of
My nigga
awards,
Fred,
including 5 Pulitzer Prize nominations.
Damn.
He did a large body of sports program
nigga Carl
covers,
getting to it.
yearbook covers, media guide art, and
That
other
nigga Carl
commercial
nice
sports
with it. Hold on.
illustrations.
He nice
And
with
that's
the pen.
serious business because this was the visual language of professional sports before digital branding kicked in.
Say
We're
that
talking
then.
covers, posters, newspaper art,
New York
and print
Titans.
packaging were how teams projected personality.
The
But the
Chargers.
part I find most intriguing is in 1961 when the Minnesota Vikings
Man, these shit so damn tough. Actually, these look like LSU. Am I tripping? Or these don't look like LSU? Maybe it's just the color. But them socks though, them socks, dude. I don't know what's about them socks, but them socks really give me Viking vibes. The Scotland, just I don't know, just real.
took note of his work and commissioned him to bring
Just
his
real.
skills to them. The team's first general manager, Burt Rose, and their first coach, Norm Van
These
Brocklin,
are
were
some names
already
right here.
familiar
Burt
with him
Rose
from the
and
Los
Norm
Angeles
Van
football
Brocklin.
world since Ross had been
Brooklyn.
with the Rams some years earlier. So when the Vikings were forming their identity, Hubenthal was the
But
artist
these are
they
the
trusted to
these
create
are the
team's
Colts.
look. And it's safe to say he didn't disappoint. He designed the Norseman logo, the original
This
helmet,
nigga done
and the first
made the
uniform
whole
set,
team by
including
his
that
lonesome.
signature horn helmet. The official color scheme was purple and gold, and Rose reportedly specified those colors because they matched the University of Washington, his alma mater. So he built
that's
a
hard.
complete identity system for them, and that fact alone made Karl
I thought that was 'cause
Hubenthal
of
a
the
rare
Lakers.
figure in NFL
that
design
nigga did
history.
that 'cause of
He defined the
Washington.
mark, the palette, and the helmet language, which
Shout out
is
to
why the
Markelle
Vikings
Fultz.
still feel visually coherent
And,
more
Sixth
than
Man of the
6
Year.
decades later. Looking deeper, it's cool to see his original sketches, which show
That's a
that the
good-ass
Vikings
movie. Y'all need to
identity
watch
had
that. Sixth
way
Man of the
more
Year.
going on
Good
than the
movie.
final on-field version. His
I know, I think
concept
it's the
included
Sixth Man
diagonally
or something.
crossed stripes on the socks, meant to evoke Vikings leggings or leather straps, and the jersey had a gold V-shaped sleeve treatment
Beautiful.
that did not survive until the final design. Hubenthal is a big player in the NFL design space because he proved that
This
a
nigga
cartoonist
had the
outside
hand
the
of
team's
a-
front
of a
office
angel.
could create a full franchise identity that would last for generations. In that sense, he helped set the template for later NFL visual culture, where artists
GOAT.
and designers shaped how teams appeared long before modern branding departments took over. And he should be remembered not just as the creator
we
of the
got
Vikings
to.
logo, but as one of the league's greatest
Bro, they
visual
still using your
storytellers.
shit till this day.
Which brings me to a guy
You
who
did
probably
something that
doesn't get the
a lot
credit
of
he
people can't
deserves
do,
because
bro.
he was so behind the scenes. And those that do know him,
No, who
only
made
know
the
him through the
Bills?
Buffalo
I need to
Bills.
know this one, 'cause
Stevens
they
Wright
jumps
was
hard.
a commercial illustrator by trade,
Steven.
working primarily in aerospace. But through NFL properties, he became a major contributor to the league's logo and helmet design pipeline across multiple teams.
Damn, how
And
many
his
he make?
NFL story is unusual because he was not a full-time sports branding executive or team employee. He was brought in as an outside illustrator, with the connection reportedly coming through his wife, who worked as a production manager for NFL properties and introduced his work to David
that's a
Balls,
hell of a
the
connection.
creative services director. So it shows
Your
how
wife
much
is the
NFL
connect.
design in that era depended on skilled artists who lived outside the league's former front office structure.
Oh my
Take the
goodness.
Bills logo, for instance.
Uh-huh.
Wright's most famous contribution with that charging
made
Buffalo
that?
logo, which debuted in 1974
What is
and
the
became
red
one of the
supposed
NFL's
to,
most durable
signal?
marks. The concept originated with the Bills executive Bob Lustig, who wanted the team's identity to move away from the older stationary Buffalo, which he is on record for saying looked like a buffalo standing in the field taking a crap. So they moved towards something that felt fast and aggressive. Wright translated that
Okay, I
idea
see
into
the
the
vision
blue
now.
bison with the
That
red
red
speed
was supposed to
streak,
make it
but the
seem like he
final
was
look was
striking.
also shaped by Lustig's feedback, who specifically wanted the red stripe to start smaller near the head and widen toward the rear so the logo would suggest acceleration or propulsion, which is one of the reasons why the design feels so dynamic. And this lasted for decades
the
with
best
only
one, I ain't
minor
gonna lie.
helmet and presentation changes. Wright himself considered it his greatest
It's a
accomplishment.
good ass.
And his family
I
has
think
said he deeply valued the
Another
logo.
hot take before I get this one off. Another hot take. I think the Buffalo Bills are the only team that does the red, white, and blue color scheme the best. Out of any league, basketball, football, with baseball. I think they do the best. I think they have the best color scheme for the red, white, and blue. I think they have the best color scheme for that.
As part of his legacy. Allow me to remind you, he also designed the 49ers' infamous 1991 one-day logo, created a formative version of the Patriots flying Elvis
He had the right idea.
logo, and produced prototype marks and helmet concepts.
He had the ideas. He just
the Patriots project
it
is
didn't come out
especially
right.
notable because Wright's design was actually approved, mocked up on a helmet, and then later rejected by fans in a halftime vote.
Yeah.
Even though the team kept Pat Patriot at the time, Wright's work still fed the design evolution that eventually led to the Patriots' identity we see today.
He had it.
Wright's career is also a story
really
about
actually
NFL
kinda
properties
crazy.
as a branding engine.
You had
David
the
Boss,
future.
who ran
You didn't
creative
have that
services,
one
kept assigning
of
Wright
the
the team that
todays. You
needed
had that
fresh
one
visual
of the
identity.
next
work.
generation.
The Bills logo alone would
That's
justify
fine.
his place in history, but the fact that he also touched the Patriots, Niners, Chiefs, Vikings, and the lead publication art makes him far more important than most fans realize.
I ain't gonna lie. If
Now,
I
the
ever
major
made
players of
a
NFL
football
design-
team logo, I'm definitely rooting for that team. I'm basically saying I won the championship. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I made your jersey, made the color scheme, made you look good in them jerseys, the least I can do is get a ring, bro. You can at least give me a ring. One ring, bro. It don't even have to be the big one. It could be like the little one, like a little, just a little one, bro. Just show me a little love, bro.
Extends far beyond uniforms. David Boss is one of the most important but least publicly famous
That's a
architects
fire
of
name,
NFL
David
visual
Boss.
identity. He wasn't just a designer
That's
who
a
made
fire
a few
name.
nice graphics. He was the one who helped professionalize and unify how the league looked across programs, posters, logos, books, and licensed
did that?
merchandise for more than 30 years.
Who made the
The
Dolphins?
NFL logo with its
That's what we
red,
need
white,
to
and
know.
blue shield? That's him. The official programs and posters of the
That shit clean. Super Bowl, wait. 10, 5, 6. Super Bowl 16? Is that Super Bowl 16? Please tell me I'm right. I don't know. I know X is 10, 5 is 5. That's 15. Plus the 1, that's 16. That got to be Super Bowl 16, right? That one right there, the artwork, hard. He got the Buick, the Jaguar, a Ram. Is these all like car ornaments? Where was this? In Detroit or something, nigga? What the fuck? What's that? Cadillac? That one hard. I like that one.
first 25 Super Bowls.
fire.
That's him. And it's one of the main reasons the NFL's marquee event became such a premium, collectible,
But that shit look like a
iconic
college
annual property.
atmosphere
Boss
right there.
also started Pro Magazine, which served as the league's preprint and game day programs, and later evolved into
Plain.
the NFL Insider. But let's talk about how Boss set up the licensing program that let companies produce NFL goods sold through major retail catalogs and stores. That alone led to an explosion of licensed team merchandise that made NFL logos part of everyday consumer life.
Oh, so they started making
Once the logos
jerseys
moved
for the
on to
regular
shirts,
folks.
jackets,
Oh,
bed
yeah.
sheets, toys, and books, the NFL stopped being just a game day product and became a lifestyle brand. So if you're wearing a hat right now, a jersey, or any of these other items I listed, you can thank Boss.
I do want
for
a
that.
Dan Marino.
Huh. In other
Even though I'm a
words,
Jets
he
fan,
helped
I
make
do
the
want a
NFL
Dan
feel
Marino
like
jersey.
a unified national brand instead of just a
That
collection
teal.
of teams.
That
And we
teal do
all know
something
the
to you, boy. I'll
randomness
tell
that
you.
could have brought. In the end, the way we view our favorite organizations, beloved uniforms, and overall NFL
goodness,
design
she is fine.
has to
Who
give
grandma is
merit
that?
and consideration to the figures who put it down. So many times we see the finished product
my
and
goodness,
rarely
good
appreciate
hands,
the
nigga.
stories and names
No
that made it all
glove,
possible.
all one-handed?
There's so many
Crazy,
significant
boy.
people on this side of things. There's no way I could fit them all
Shout out
into
to
one
'em.
video. I love to hear from all of you.
I want to
on
know who made
or
that.
what surprised
David
you.
Balls made
Maybe
that?
you know some
No,
more
David
info
Balls
that I
made the
didn't
look,
talk
though.
about. Feel free to drop that in the
Who
comments.
made the
In
Dolphins?
the meantime, let's give it up for the figures that I did
uniform,
cover
man.
here. And I'd encourage you all to check out their work beyond uniforms and marks because it's pretty dope.
Shout out
My
to them,
favorite
man.
has to be Karl
They definitely
Hubenthal's
go.
work, which really put the history of cartooning in perspective for me. But man, don't get me talking any longer. I'd be here all
Yeah.
day.
I'm glad
night,
we
whatever
going back
time
into
you're
this
watching
era. A
Matter of
colorful.
fact, shout out to all you who watch this to the end. I take
Nice
it you
logo.
enjoyed it, so hit that like button for your man one time.
I'm
Subscribe
glad
to the
we not
channel
going
if
this
you haven't
futuristic
already, and
gold
ring that notification bell so
bullshit
you
that
never
we
miss a
trying to do.
video. And trust me when I say,
I
this
feel like
next
we can do
video
it
I'm
better,
about to
though.
drop, you're not
You
going
can
to
be
want to
still
miss
colorful
it.
and
My name
sleek.
is Benny, I'm known by many, and this
don't have to
is
be
Deep
colorful and
in
loud.
the
It can be colorful
Field,
and sleek.
where you know we keep
Hey.
it real.
Hey.
And I'm going to
Hey.
get at y'all real soon. Peace.
Shout out to Deep in the Field, man. Great video.